Hi folks, welcome to or welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. I'm really sorry, I've forgotten the name. Same old story, brain dead. But I did add this to my watch later playlist, and I'm going to do it now. Somebody suggested this video, is what I'm trying to say. Titan neck, getting rid of practically all of my makeup. Am I really happy? And it says shared a year ago. Should we jump in?
All I can say is stop. Just stop, pull over, and think. Think.
It won't go. Ugh. Stupid music.
Everyone, it's Lisa, and today we are going to do kind of a just hodgepodge video. I want to tell you about a few things, and then we will get into some of the questions I asked you on my Instagram, things that you would like to talk about, and you guys had the best questions and the best subjects. You gave me so much just material to do videos on, and I will not need to ask you again for a while because there was a lot of good ones.
Yes, you do that, don't you? You take all their ideas and then pass them off as your own videos at some point. Oh, I thought we could do a video about, when it's something that somebody asked you ages ago that they expected an answer to in the answer video, and it never happened. Do we need to do bingo on this one? Will it be relevant? We'll see.
It really got me inspired this morning, which is what I needed, so thank you. But first, I want to kind of tell you about me going through my makeup. Yesterday, I finally brought over the end of my makeup from over at the rental house. You guys, I'm telling you, it was just ridiculous. So I left most of it there for my cleaning girls that are going to be there. They're going to start doing like a move out clean tomorrow, and then they're going to start on this house, I think, next week. And so I left a lot of those things for...
Why do they need to start on that house? It's perfect. Can't you run through with a Swiffer? What needs to be done to that you couldn't do? So she's had a huge makeup collection. So do I. She's bought and paid for all this stuff, and then she's just left it at the rental house because she just can't be bothered sorting it out. And then what does she do when she gets here? Buys shit tons more.
For them there. If they don't want it, they can just give it away or throw it away. And then I have everything I'm keeping on my kitchen counters, because I've been kind of like going through it, and then I want to separate it. But my goal is...
So you've got all your makeup on the kitchen counter. Why? When you've got all this room up there. Isn't that a perfect... You've got nothing in there, loads of floor space. You're still young enough to sit on the floor and be able to get back up again, unlike most of us. Just sit down on the floor and sort it out. Why does it need to be in the kitchen? I just can't with this woman. Oh, she hasn't been in the place 2 seconds and she's taken over the entire house.
To only have makeup that will fit in my drawers in the bathroom. No backup makeup. No, I got rid of all of my Urban Decay palettes. I don't use them. If I'm ever just freaked out and
I'll just buy it again.
I want one again, I'll just get it. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking. It was like, you know, you have that little voice inside your head, and I really said this to myself, Lisa, they're not going to love you any less if you don't have a big stash of makeup. I don't think anybody is here to see me or, you know, like minds. I don't think anyone out there has mounds and drawers of makeup. I realize this is my job and I love it and I want to buy makeup, but I want to keep up with the latest and greatest, and I only want to have the things that are my favorites. So that is what I'm doing. And
so she got rid of a shit ton of makeup to just keep what fits in the drawers downstairs, and now she's got a closet full of makeup that she needs organising and storage for in the closet in that room. Do you not see the insanity of it all, Lisa? Really? You should have kept what you had, used it as reference or whatever if you weren't using it. At some point you're going to go back to it, because like you always do, you'll see someone else using it and go, oh yeah, I like that. Well, then you still have it and you can use it. How much money has she wasted doing this? Do you remember all the foundations you bought not so long ago? Insane. It's all fucking insane.
when I go through that makeup again, I know that I will throw out even more. So it has been the most freeing feeling. And I feel like, in a little way, life is made of little things, you guys. Every day is made of little routines, little thoughts, little...
Maybe in your life, love.
Habits, and they add up. And if every day I'm feeling frustrated by all of this makeup, I can't find what I want, junky, I don't like the way it looks, I don't want my room up here to look, I mean, I call it a studio, but I would rather it look more like a room, a home. I don't want it to look, I don't want rows of drawers, you know, behind me. I just don't want that. I don't want shelves of handbags or shoes either. I want to be able to sit down in my peaceful, quiet, neat, clean home and be able to talk to you guys. So that is my goal, and I'm proud of myself for being as brutal as I have been. I mean, I have been brutal. And
you're proud of yourself for throwing away thousands of pounds worth of stuff that you didn't need to throw away.
And then it's also rewarding to give that away. It's rewarding to bless other people with Gucci bronzers and YSL, you know, never opened foundations. And
why have you got YSL never opened foundations? Isn't that the question you should be asking yourself, rather than sitting there patting yourself on the back because you're giving the poor little cleaning lady a bit of luxury? If she wanted that, she could buy it herself. She doesn't need you to give her your cast-offs. Do you know how rude that is?
Stuff like that, because I'm so blessed getting the PR and just being able to buy the things that I do. I would love to bless other people. And so it's just win, win, win all the way around. So today I was doing my makeup, and you guys, I think I only kept 5 or less foundations out of...
Yeah, and then you went out and bought 10 million more. Do you not see the total insanity of it, Lisa? Really? Actually, I want the 5. Madness. Utter fucking madness. Oh, I'll just buy it again. And again, and again, and again.
All the foundations that I have. And I'm not saying I might buy one that I had again, but they were old. I couldn't remember which one I like, and we change. You know, sometimes I'll tell you guys, oh, nothing's ever going to be as good as so-and-so and so-and-so. Now, I still hold by Laura Mercier Mineral Power because I still use it sometimes and love it. But there are some things that I think back and I think, oh, that was just so good. And then I use it again and I'm like, oh, this
Isn't. Please use S's.
Laura Mercier mineral powder, because I still use it sometimes and love it. But there are some things that I think back and I think, oh, that was just so good. And then I use it again and I'm like, oh, this isn't as great as I remembered. Our memory always makes things better than it was, I think. And you're remembering that feeling you had back then. Well, maybe back then you liked a different look. So it really helps to kind of go through things. And with that said, today I used NARS Sheer Glow. I did save that, and I don't know what shade it is. I'll put it down below. And I loved it. I think it looks so pretty, and I just loved it. So I'm putting that on, and I'm thinking, oh, this is great. You know, I forgot how much I loved NARS Sheer Glow. Then I got to the bronzer. I used my Benefit Hoola. I always like that. Then I got to the blush and I used a Jouer combo blush and I liked it okay. I think it's pretty. And then I got to the eyeshadow and I pulled this out. It was in my stash and I think it's where I wanted this quad and they were sold out, so they gave me the tester, and that's what I've got on my eyes today, and it is so pretty. It's just really, I was a little disappointed that this color wasn't quite stark and shimmery enough, but it's Dior, it's not Urban Decay or MAC, it's not the same vibe of makeup, but I love it. So this is Soft Cashmere. I hope that it's still sold. If it's not, it will be out of here. Yesterday, I went to Walmart and I got lots of shelf paper. And I'll go into that later because I eventually want to get to the main point of this video.
Who uses shelf paper? Every so often you take your cups or plates or whatever out. Sorry, I keep hitting this. And you wipe the cupboard out and you clean it and you put them back. What?
But they had some new lip glosses and I was so excited.
Oh, I've just gone and bought 5 lip glosses because I was so good because I threw so much out. Oh, sorry, I blessed my cleaning ladies with it.
I mean, I thought about getting every one and I thought, no, just get the colors that you'll wear. And they are the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Gloss Plump. So I got all of these colors and was just so excited. When I got home, I showed them to Brooke and I just couldn't wait to wear one today. So a lot of times when I'm getting ready, I like to go ahead and get dressed. And then as soon as I get my foundation and everything, I like to put on my lip combo because that just, I don't know, it creates the framework for my whole look. And so I put on the lip liner that I've been loving, which is the Chanel Rose Natural. And I put this one on and it's called Lucid Glow. And I was so disappointed.
I thought she was going to say Lucifer something then.
Disappointed. It doesn't have a lot of color and it's just very thin. It doesn't have that weightiness like the Maybelline lifter glosses do. Those are just the best. Those are the NYX.
So now you've got 5 of them, you don't like them, and you're going to bless somebody else with them. Aren't you so kind?
Butter glosses. Those are my 2 favorites. So I put this on and it did not feel good on my lips. It felt real slicky, like I had just put Vaseline on my lips. And so I am actually going to return these because I haven't opened them. The plumping part of it wasn't like cool or minty, or it was just that real generic kind of burning feeling. And I didn't feel like it plumped them at all. I 20 times prefer the Buxom Celeste and those glosses and the City Beauty Sun Diego. So that was kind of a bust, but I figure hopefully I can save you some money. And then there was a girl looking at those with me and she said that she loved this mascara, and it's the e.l.f. Black. It's called Big Mood. I love that font. That is one of my favorite fonts, kind of like disco 70s, Art Deco. And so I had thrown out every mascara except for my Maybelline, the one that I love so much. I mean, every mascara. I'm so sick of having so many choices and just so much confusion. So Brooke took some, and then any of them that were like much older, I got rid of.
Were they all open? If they were all open, then you shouldn't have them all open. And if they weren't all open, you pick one, you use it till it's finished or it's dried up or you reach 3 months, whichever occurs first, and you put it in the bin and you get another one. So now you've given away every single mascara you had, and now what have you got to do? Buy more mascara.
Anyway, this is the brush, and it's kind of like Better Than Sex. And so I used it today. It's supposed to be lifting and volumizing. And I did like it. Of course, I've got my lashes on, but I did not like it as much as the Maybelline. But I do think it's nice, and we'll see how it goes. So that was just like, you can't tell by one application on mascara. Let's answer a couple questions. There's one I knew that I can answer right off the bat. And what I wanted to say too is, even just going through the makeup that I was keeping and picking a few things to wear today that were going to be different was, I'm going to use the word irritating. I don't mean that in like a dramatic way. I just meant there's just something about having, like I used to before YouTube. I've always loved makeup. I've always worn good makeup, but I always had like 1 or 2 drawers of makeup and 1 or 2 foundations. And there's just something to be said.
Don't you dare. I only had 1 or 2 drawers. What about all the rest of the stuff in your closet? Maybe I should find the link to your makeup collection video and put it in the comments here and pin it so people can watch that after this. I only had bollocks.
For just having those go-tos. Now, that's not saying you can't switch it up if you find something else, but I just don't feel the need to have 40 foundations. I just don't think it's...
You don't need 40 foundations, but what did you do? You went out and bought them all again.
That you guys expect that from me, and I don't think it's really bringing anything valuable to my channel. So I cannot wait to just get it all refined down. And when I bring something in, get rid of something. And when I get to that point, I will show you guys what I kept. Okay, so one of you asked procedures that tighten the neck. I would love to know. And matter of fact, last time I was at my dermatologist and I was getting Botox or Dysport, whatever I ended up getting, I asked her about that. I said, gosh, the worst thing is the neck. She said, I don't think you're ready yet, but there's like filler and different things that they can do for the neck. So I really don't know of anything that great.
Filler for your neck? I don't like the sound of that. What is it she says? That kooks me out.
Share your frustration. To me, I find that bringing the foundation down my neck a little bit and just making the skin look prettier and more hydrated, paying a little bit more attention to your neck when you're using your skincare. Mine will not tolerate Retin-A or retinol, but I do use like the firming cream, the City Beauty. I bring that sculpting cream down my neck. I find that helps, and then just bringing my foundation down my neck. When it comes time...
And a filter. That always helps, doesn't it?
And if there's something I can do about it, you guys know I will do it, and I will take you with me. And I plan on being here for a lot longer. So you'll see if you will hang with me. So I knew I could answer that really quick. The kitties, they're doing great. They're doing so good. They act like they have just wanted to be here all along. I mean, they're jonesing a little bit to go out on this top deck, but I'm not ready for that. I don't know if it'll ever happen. But we're letting them out on the, screened in porch, and they're sleeping all over the place. Bubba's sleeping on the couch, the bed, and they're just They act like they have been here all along, so they're doing great. And then I've got some keto questions, and I'll answer those in another video. But
why do you ask people on Instagram if they've got any questions, and then they ask you questions and you don't answer them? That's rude.
Someone asked, how are you feeling, really? And a lot of people ask me about happiness, about, being so happy.
Sorry, I've got a little boy in my head. Have you seen that? It's doing the rounds on Instagram. Where she goes, happiness. Happy penis. And she's like, no, happiness. Happy penis. It's so cute.
And staying happy. I always get the feeling that some people they can't relate. I hate to say they don't believe it, but they find my enthusiasm and my happiness and my joy for life puzzling. They either think it's fake or they think it's a mystery, something that they can't have. I just want to kind of dive into that. Now, you guys know, I didn't know it, but I'm a perfectionist, and part of being a perfectionist is you don't want to do
narcissist. That's what it is, not perfectionist.
Something until you know how to do it right. And I have a hard time with getting my points across to you guys. Sometimes when I watch my videos back, I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't say this, I didn't say this, I didn't say this, and I was rambling all over the place. So, part of me doesn't want to go into these kind of things until I'm ready. But I've got to not be that way, and I've just got to go for it. So it's going to be something that I talk about in several parts, because I want you to go along this journey with me. I've told you that. And this journey didn't start when I started YouTube. It didn't start when I started losing weight. This journey has been my whole life. And there is just different seasons and different parts of working on your happiness. I think as you mature, you understand what actually makes you happy. Then when you go through bad things, you understand.
What bad things, Lisa? People might relate more if you actually said what bad things. Why anyone's asking is she happy is beyond me. She's in a brand spanking new house. She's got the whole of the upstairs to herself. She seems to have an endless amount of money to spend. She doesn't care about throwing things away because she'll just buy it again. Why wouldn't she be happy? What has she got to make her not happy? Nothing. She doesn't have to work. She doesn't clean her house. There's no stress on her whatsoever. Why wouldn't she be happy?
What you're never going to do and what made you unhappy. Then you go through, just different things. And right now I am at a serious just self-reflection and self-improvement time of my life. And I have realized, not just now, but I've always realized, but I'm putting more of a major emphasis on the better you can make yourself, the healthier you can get yourself, your character and your mental state, your state of mind, the happier you will be, the happier the people around you will be, and the better you can take those disappointments. Because
1, you never have any disappointments. And 2, it's easy to say, oh, if you just do this, you'll feel like this. You're talking from your standpoint, as everybody does. Your life is blessed. You've already said it. You don't have anything to work through. You don't have anything that's holding you down or holding you back or making you miserable. How can you? It's like Donald Trump telling me, oh, if you just put your mind to it, you can be a billionaire. What does he know about being poor? Nothing. What do you know about being unhappy? Nothing.
Because we all have stuff. I wanted to say a cuss word, but I won't. We all have stuff in our life that gets us down. We all do. You may think that you are just like, oh, life is so terrible to me. This always happens to me. That is half of your problem right there. If that is your mindset, you are never going to get out of it. You have got to change the way you think. I've never been a person that thought that. I have gotten upset with myself for making the same mistakes over and over. Sometimes it took me longer, and it was harder to learn from my mistakes. And really the most miserable times in my life were those times when I would do things I knew were not the right thing to do. When I was living a life, I knew it was not the right life to live. That is probably my most miserable times of my life. Happiness. To me, happiness is not something that you can't be happy all day, every day. To me, happiness is kind of like just an emotion, like being upset or being...
A visit from my son, and like the last video, I now have no idea what she was saying, but anywho.
Angry or being disappointed. So I don't want you to think that I'm just walking around all day, cheesing, feeling happy. If you watch Sex and the City, when they...
Does she plan a whole life around Sex and the City?
Asked Charlotte, was she happy every day? And she said, yes. She said, maybe not all day, every day, but I'm happy every day. And I was like, that is it. That's how I feel. I might not be happy all day, every day, but every day there is a base layer. I'm coming from happiness. I might go up or down or to the side, but I have a happiness, and that is because I work on it. I work on the things that bring me that happy feeling. I make them a priority. And then when I find myself not feeling very happy and not feeling grateful and not feeling blessed and just all of these wonderful feelings that I feel so much, whenever I feel those fade away, I stop. I stop the car, figuratively, and I think, instead of keeping going down that wrong road, I think to myself, and I will say this to myself, Lisa, what is wrong? What is wrong with you? I mean, this happened to me the other day.
I said to myself, Lisa, what is wrong with you? That's one question that we've had for years. I'm still waiting for an answer. If only life was that easy, Lisa. What's wrong with you? You should be happy. Yes, I should. Now I'll smile. And all's right with the world.
I got here home, and I was thinking, I just felt frustrated and irritated. And I thought, what is wrong? You have no reason to be frustrated and irritated. What happened? I thought back, when did that feeling start? And I remembered it started when I stopped by our rental house, and I went upstairs to get some more of my makeup out of this itty bitty closet.
Out of this itty bitty closet. So can you not see from what you're saying there that what makes you happy is getting stuff? Being in your new house, having all your makeup, driving a Tesla, doing all the things that you just take for granted. Itty bitty. Look at the face.
And it's kind of frustrating, get it out there. Okay, so what happened? As soon as I get there, what do I think of? I think of Bridget. I think of just sadness. I mean, and it's so...
Oh, bugger off, I think of Bridget.
Unfair to the house because it's a sweet little house and...
You never liked that house. It didn't have... What was it? It had hard water and it messed your hair. It was too small. It was this, it was that. It was okay, but I wouldn't live in it. Yeah. It was below you.
We were lucky to have it. It was better than any other rental house we looked at, and it was a nice neighborhood. We loved our neighbors. So it isn't the house, but it's the vibes. It's just got bad juju. So when I walked in the house, even the smell of the house just kind of brought on some just negative things. So then I go upstairs and I see all that makeup that I still have left to bring over here. And that irritates me with myself. Why do I still have foundations that are 5 years old? Why did I even keep those when we moved there? Why didn't I pack those up earlier so that the moving guys could have brought all that over here? So it was just like a series of just negative things, you know, some that I can't control, like Bridget dying there. Some that I could control, like packing. You know, why didn't I learn that lesson from the first time I moved? And
Exactly, why didn't you? You didn't actually do any packing the first time, did you? And it sounds like you didn't do any packing the second time either. No, because you expect everyone else to do it for you.
having all that junk, you know, because this house will not be that way. I'm not worried about what anyone thinks. I'm not worried about decorating for, you know, anyone besides myself and my family. It is going to be, it's kind of like I've identified through the years what I want, what I don't want, and that's what it's going to be. That is what.
So what about the ever-growing mountain of clothes and shoes and handbags and makeup that's in the house now then? Have you forgotten this? If you're watching, Lisa, remember you said this.
I guess, you know, kind of like all of that, and this is what I need to work on, is bringing my points home to you. So we're both extremely happy, and I know that it's not common today to just hear people talk about being happy all the time, because I think you get more. If I were to come to you right now and put a big title above this video and say, it's just awful, moving here has been awful, or I'm so stressed out, or fighting with John, I would get probably 3 times the amount of views than I will get on this video. I think people complaining and, you know, commiserating, that has just started to be a trend. It's like you either have to fake one thing or just really capitalize on something that really you shouldn't be capitalizing on. You're kind of exploiting something that you should be working on. So I understand that it's kind of different for someone to come on here and just be happy.
It's not different for people to just come on here and be happy. Most of the people I watch are happy. Lardy isn't. But everyone else I watch is. You're nothing different, Lisa.
I might, go out today and get a flat tire, which I doubt it because I just got new tires. And don't think for 1 minute I'm not grateful and happy that I could afford my new tires and it didn't stress me out, because I've been there. I've been to the place where I could only get 2 new tires. So
how about being to the place where you couldn't afford a car? Or you couldn't afford shoes? I've been in the place where I could only afford 2 tires. You still don't see it, do you?
I'm thankful in every moment of every day. And it's kind of how I am naturally, but it's as I get older and the more I work on myself, the more I think to myself, oh my gosh, the weather's so beautiful today. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to have this natural light for my videos. I'm so happy that my body feels good. I'm so happy that I don't have to wear extensions anymore. I'm so happy that John put in a water softener, and I washed my hair for the first time last night since we got the water softener, and I can tell it just like combed out so easily. I can notice that it's flatter, and that is because I was able to blow dry it out smoother. So I just live my life.
Aren't we happy that she's got a water softener?
Life just thinking of things that I'm grateful for. And when something bad...
You don't have to think of things that you're grateful for. Your whole life is one big happy bubble. It would take you longer to try and think of things that you're not happy about. Find something wrong with your life. There isn't anything. So why wouldn't you be happy? Other people have to work harder at being happy with way less than you have. So why should you even have to work at it?
That comes along and it disrupts that feeling that I love living in. Anything. It can be in traffic. You know, it's like, I'm not the person who gets upset if someone's going too slow or if someone takes too long to pull off the road, because I always think, or they don't pull out. I always think it's your decision when you pull out. It's your decision what speed you go, as long as...
No, it's the speed limits on the roads, dear.
You're in the right lane. It's your decision if you want to turn off the road carefully. So that never bothers me. What bothers me is when people try to get on me. Like, I always go, if the speed limit's 55, I go like 62 or 63.
If the speed limit is 55, you do 54, not 60 something. Which bit of limit do you not understand? And she sits there all bright-eyed, like she hasn't done anything wrong.
And they will still give me the meanest looks, blow the horn, you know. So I have to work on things like that not bothering me. And I have to think, okay, Lisa, they could be from California or New York, where people don't go the speed limit. And it just is a totally different way of driving. They may be, you know, on the way to see somebody sick, or they may be, you know, I try to think of the reasons that they may have just flipped me off.
If somebody bibs you and drives past you, why do you have to sit there and think of all the reasons why they did that to calm yourself down so you're not annoyed? Why would you be annoyed?
So I really try to turn that around. I have this life that I want to live, and every day I work closer and closer and closer to that life. And like I said, it started before YouTube, and YouTube has just, you have to update, you know what I mean? Just like you update your phone, you have to update your life. So sometimes things may change, and I may have to make an update, but I'm always heading towards that same goal, that same life that I want to live. And I know how it feels to go through years of not heading towards that life, but heading away, down and away from that life. And all I can say is stop. Just stop. Pull over and think. Think. And I'm going to stop this video here because I know I've been just chatting so long, and I'm going to help you think, and I'm going to help you.
Oh, really? You're going to help me? Are you going to help me make my life better, Lisa? Go on, what are you going to do?
You decide what is wrong. It's going to take a lot of honesty and self-awareness. That it's brutal. I mean, it can be brutal. And I'm going to help you.
You have no clue about the real world. None. What was it you said the other day? Oh, I really had to work my brain to get into this dress. And you're going to tell people...
Turn around and go back on the right track, because I've had to do it. I've had to do it so many times. I've even just veered off and like almost gone down the wrong way and had to swerve back. So I'm going to help you with all of those. and I'm going to be here for you. So thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, I got a nice outfit on today. I decided I was getting dressed up for you guys. If no one else sees me today, I'm dressing up for you, which John loves this dress. Kind of sassy today. This is a dress I ordered when I ordered the stuff from Abercrombie, and I forgot to show it to you. So it's just a simple midi dress, but it's got these cutouts, and I think it would look great with a moto
jacket. Have we got that on the bingo card? We're not going to do it today, are we? I don't know why I thought that was on there. Oh well.
Because, like I say, things like this are always neat to wear under a jacket, things with interest. I mean, you might not see that, but just a little bit, but it just gives interest. And a leather moto looks good with everything, so it's a must-have. And I've been up since 4 o'clock. I placed my Nordstrom order from my wish list. I deleted a few things, but then I made 2 more orders after that. Some things for John and some just different makeup and stuff. So we'll go
makeup. You're just throwing out a load of makeup.
Over that real soon. Let's spice it up a little bit. I hope you can see. I think you can. I put on my green Bottegas because I put on some nude shoes first, and it wasn't as exciting. And I love the way that these are plain, but they're green, and I think it just adds a little something. So, and then for my accessories, I put on some new jewelry that I got from Miranda Fry, and I believe this launched today. I almost wore it Friday and it hadn't launched yet, but it's 2 really pretty cuffs. I don't have the names of these memorized, but I will put them all down.
You make that sound like you normally do. You never remember the name of bloody anything.
Below. So it's 2 cuffs, and I love that one of them's just a little bit thicker than the other, and they were very easy to gently squeeze and make them fit, because I can't wear just great big cuffs because my arms are smaller. And then these rings, I love them, and I love them together. I'm so excited because see how like that little twist kind of matches this on the inside of that. And then the necklace, the chain, and the charm. And I chose all of these, and they were just nice enough to send them to me. So thank you, Miranda. And my Rolex watch, and that is it. So I hope you guys got a little something out of this. If you'll hang with me, the more I talk to you, the better and better I will get at making my point. But just know,
you've been on QVC. You've been on YouTube how many years? Oh, if you just hang with me, guys, it's a new camera. If you just hang with me, guys, it's a new place to record. If you just hang with me, guys, I'll get the hang of talking in a coherent sentence.
Know that everything I say to you is from my heart. I feel like the more I can help you, like I have that feeling in my stomach right now, and it's like I'm excited and I could cry at the same time. I have this energy and this love to give you guys, and it might not come out beautifully, but just know it's from my heart, and it's not going to stop. And I am on a journey. I'm going to take you with me. It's going to be so much fun, and I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Wow. Thank you, whoever that was that suggested this as a video to do. Wow. And if you got to the end with me, thank you very much, and I will catch you in the next one.